The industry is shaking to its very foundations tonight, as the golden veil of Hollywood's most perfect romance isn't just slipping, it has been violently torn to shreds. Stop everything you are doing because the silence has finally been shattered, and the fallout is more nuclear than anyone dared to imagine. We all saw the headlines, we all saw the quiet, holiday split between Teyana Taylor and Pierre, but what we didn't see was the blood on the tracks. For months, we were sold a cinematic dream of high-fashion love and red carpet royalty, but behind those curated Instagram filters was a powder keg of resentment, secret recordings, and a betrayal so deep it makes a Shakespearean tragedy look like a bedtime story. Teyana Taylor has finally broken her silence, and she isn't just speaking, she is screaming the truth from the rooftops. This isn't your standard, PR polished breakup statement. This is an emotional exorcism. We have the leaked details of the final confrontation that left hotel staff stunned, the truth about those applications, flooding Aaron's comments, and the real reason Teyana scrubbed him from her digital existence. You thought you knew why they ended. You haven't even scratched the surface of the deception. From secret international rendezvous to a business arrangement that went horribly wrong, we are peeling back the layers of the most explosive celebrity divorce rebound disaster in history. Stay tuned, because what we're about to reveal will change the way you look at Teyana Taylor forever. The tea isn't just hot, it's boiling over. The industry is shaking to its very foundations tonight, as the golden veil of Hollywood's most perfect romance isn't just slipping, it has been violently torn to shreds in a display of emotional carnage that has left the entire entertainment world gasping for air. Stop everything you are doing, drop your phones, and pay attention, because the silence that has haunted the headlines for weeks has finally been shattered by a sonic boom of truth, and the fallout is more nuclear, more devastating, and more cold-blooded than anyone, even the most cynical insiders, dared to imagine in their darkest theories. We all saw the sanitized, PR-scrubbed headlines. We all saw the vague reports of a quiet holiday split between the incomparable Teyana Taylor and the rising titan Pierre. But what the mainstream media was too terrified to report was the literal blood on the tracks of this high-speed emotional train wreck. For months, we were sold a cinematic dream, a visual masterpiece of high-fashion love, whispered endearments, and red carpet royalty that seemed to defy the gravity of Hollywood's fickle heart. But behind those meticulously curated Instagram filters and those smoky, staged glances was a powder keg of simmering resentment, unauthorized secret recordings, and a level of calculated betrayal so deep, so dark, and so systemic, that it makes a classic Shakespearean tragedy look like a light-hearted bedtime story for children. Teyana Taylor has finally, definitively broken her silence, and let me tell you, she isn't just speaking. She is screaming a raw, visceral truth from the digital rooftops that is currently melting servers across the globe. This isn't your standard, agency-approved, we still have mutual respect trash that publicists pump out to save a brand. No, this is a full-scale emotional exorcism of a woman who has been pushed to the absolute brink of her sanity by a man she trusted with her very soul. We have the exclusive, leaked details of the final, earth-shattering confrontation in a London penthouse that left hotel staff stunned and security teams scrambling to contain the fallout. We have the gut-wrenching truth about those thirsty applications, flooding Aaron's comments, and the sinister reason he hasn't deleted a single one of them. We are pulling back the heavy, velvet curtain on the real reason Teyana frantically scrubbed every trace of his existence from her digital life in a midnight purge that signaled the start of a war. You thought you knew why they ended. You thought it was just schedules, or long distance. You haven't even scratched the surface of the deception, the gaslighting, and the psychological warfare that turned this power couple into a crime scene of the heart. From secret international rendezvous that were never meant to see the light of day to a business arrangement that went horribly, violently wrong, we are peeling back the layers of the most explosive celebrity disaster in modern history. The tea isn't just hot, it is boiling over, scalding everyone in its path, and by the time we are done, the name Aaron Pierre will never sound the same again. The dust hasn't even settled on the ruins of their relationship, and already the pathetic narrative that they were just two busy stars drifting apart like ships in the night is crumbling like a house of cards in a hurricane. If you are sitting there thinking this was a peaceful, mature separation handled with dignity, you are being fed a sanitized, corporate fantasy designed to protect a rising star's box office potential. The truth is far more volatile, far more toxic, and infinitely more heartbreaking for anyone who believed in Teyana. We are talking about a fracture that didn't start with a conversation, but with a discovery that began in the most high-stakes, high-pressure environment imaginable, the global promotional tour for one battle after another. Behind the velvet ropes of those glittering London premieres, where the flashes were blinding and the smiles looked million-dollar perfect, the atmosphere wasn't just professional, it was sub-zero freezing. Insiders who were physically on set and in the green rooms during those final, tense weeks are finally breaking their NDAs to whisper about the bone-chilling cold shoulders, the abruptly cancelled private dinners that left Teyana dining alone in tears, and the exact, horrifying moment she reportedly realized that the man she publicly called her safe space was actually building reinforced concrete walls she was never invited to climb. It wasn't just a lack of communication. It was a deliberate, surgical disconnect. While Teyana was out here pouring her literal soul into every single interview, calling him her apple pie, her rock, and her protector, trying with every fiber of her being to shield their fragile love from the industry's prying and cynical eyes, high-level sources claim Aaron was already mentally checked out, moving like a ghost through his own life. He was allegedly prioritizing a frantic, hyper-calculated career trajectory, a path to the A-list that left absolutely zero room for a partner who demanded, and frankly deserved, emotional depth and genuine transparency. The pivot from safe space to complete and utter silence didn't happen by accident. It was a slow, agonizingly calculated withdrawal designed to make Teyana feel like the crazy one. And the moment the clock struck midnight on the holidays, while the rest of the world was celebrating new beginnings, that silence became a deafening roar of abandonment. But here is where the betrayal hits home in a way that makes your blood run cold. The very second the news leaked, likely from his own camp, that they were done, the vultures didn't just circle. They descended with a coordinated ferocity that feels scripted. Aaron's Instagram comments didn't just become a mess. They became a digital battlefield of opportunists, high-profile thirst traps, and absolute social media chaos. And instead of shutting it down out of respect for the woman he claimed to love, he leaned into it. Yet, in the middle of that disgusting onslaught, a deleted, cryptic story from Teyana's inner circle, a black screen with the words, "I saw the receipts," followed by her sudden, frantic scrubbing of their entire shared history, hints that there is a smoking gun, a literal piece of evidence, that we haven't been shown yet. Was there a third party? Was there a secret phone? Or was the business arrangement narrative, which we all laughed off as cynical fan fiction, actually the terrifying, cold-blooded reality of their entire union? The timeline of his meteoric rise and her sudden support doesn't lie, and as we dig deeper into the final, dark weeks of 2025, a specific, leaked audio snippet from a high-profile industry afterparty in Mayfair is starting to make the rounds in the darkest corners of the web. You aren't ready for what this audio implies. You aren't ready for the sound of a dream dying in real time. This isn't just gossip. It's a forensic breakdown of a soul being crushed. The audio captures what sounds like their final, explosive argument. A confrontation, so loud and so violent that it allegedly involved hotel security being called to floor 12, a shattered dressing room mirror that cost thousands to replace, and a truth about their official status that would leave every fan who defended their love against the PR couple, rumors absolutely devastated and questioning everything they thought they knew about celebrity truth. If you think part 1 was heavy, you have no idea the level of deception that was captured on that tape, because what Aaron allegedly said in response to Teyana's tears will haunt your ears and change the way you look at his gentleman persona forever. The mask is off, the gloves are off, and Teyana is ready to burn the whole kingdom down to make sure the world knows who she was really sleeping next to. The apple pie has turned into a bitter poison, and the safe space Teyana Taylor once boasted about has become a high-security isolation ward of her own making. The industry is currently reeling from a leaked transcript of what is being called the London lockout, a harrowing 4 a.m. confrontation in a high-end hotel suite, just days after the official split, at the end of December 2025. According to a source that was physically in the hallway, the argument wasn't about schedules or moving on, it was about a digital trail of breadcrumbs that led Teyana straight into a furnace of deception. Rumors are exploding that Teyana discovered a secondary, ghost device, a phone Aaron allegedly used to maintain a completely separate life while he was filming across the pond. While Teyana was on Hot 97 telling the world she was finally out of survival mode, the reality behind the scenes was a cold, calculated power play. The betrayal wasn't just romantic, it was professional and creative. We have reports of a hush money agreement that was presented to Teyana's team just 48 hours after the holiday split, a desperate attempt to bury the details of Aaron's alleged other life in London. Fans are currently losing their minds over a series of blurry, time-stamped photos surfacing on private Discord servers that appear to show Aaron at a secluded villa with a mystery woman whose silhouette looks suspiciously like a ghost from his past. The internet is in a full-blown civil war, with #Teen Teyana accusing Aaron of using her massive cultural capital and her director Taylor expertise to secure his massive Star Wars, Starfighter and Lanterns roles before discarding her the moment the ink on the contracts dried. But it gets even more sinister. A leaked voice memo, allegedly from Teyana's private Instagram close friends list, features a woman who sounds exactly like the singer weeping about being a pawn in a British invasion. The emotional breakdown is raw, unfiltered, and sounds like someone who has realized their entire year-long romance was a carefully scripted audition for it couple status to appease the American market. The gentle man the world fell in love with is being recast as a cold-blooded strategist who knew exactly which heartstrings to pull to get the Mufasa crown. And just when you thought it couldn't get more explosive, a high-ranking executive has just accidentally liked a tweet suggesting that the real reason for the split involves a secret morality clause violation that could end Aaron's career before it even begins. The most terrifying part: Teyana isn't hiding anymore. She's reportedly sitting on a mountain of receipts that include screen recordings of FaceTime calls that were never supposed to happen. The apple pie didn't just crumble, it was poisoned from the start. And the cliffhanger that has the entire industry holding its breath. A certain high-profile ex-husband is reportedly about to join forces with Teyana to drop a bombshell that will make the PR stunt rumors look like child's play. The vacuum left by Teyana's silence hasn't just been filled with speculation. It's being filled with a dossier of digital evidence that is currently threatening to incinerate the very fabric of Aaron Pierre's carefully constructed Hollywood persona. We have just received an unverified, but chilling report from an insider within Teyana's creative camp who claims that London lockout wasn't just an argument, it was a repossession. Allegedly, when Teyana left that hotel suite, she didn't just leave with her dignity. She left with the master hard drives containing the original, unreleased footage from her escape room visual album, footage that reportedly contains candid, non-scripted moments of Aaron admitting that the safe space was a tactical maneuver designed to keep Teyana from looking too closely at his business dealings. And if you thought Iman Shumpert was staying out of this, you are dead wrong. The internet is currently in a state of cardiac arrest over a shared location tag that briefly appeared on a leaked Instagram story, showing Teyana's car parked outside Iman's Miami estate, just 48 hours after she touched down from London. The whispers are becoming screams. Is the enemy of my enemy becoming Teyana's new ally? Rumors are swirling that Iman has handed over intel regarding the industry fixers who allegedly helped facilitate Aaron's transition into the American market, suggesting a web of industry plants that goes all the way to the top of the studio system. The social media chaos reached a fever pitch this morning when a viral clip surfaced of Aaron being confronted by a paparazzo in New York. His reaction wasn't just reserved, it was a visible, shaking meltdown that saw him reportedly snatching a phone and demanding the footage be deleted before his security team rushed him into a waiting SUV. Within minutes, the hashtag #AaronTheActor began trending, with fans dissecting his every move as a method performance gone wrong. But the final, most explosive twist is the one no one saw coming. An anonymous source has just leaked a draft of a Teyana Taylor tell-all essay titled The Cost of the Apple Pie, which allegedly names a high-profile British socialite as the person Aaron was really sharing his safe space with during his time on the Mufasa press tour. This isn't just a breakup anymore. It's a full-scale demolition of a star's reputation. Teyana is no longer protecting her peace, she is preparing for war, and the first shot has just been fired with a sudden, cryptic post on her official site that simply says, "The master has the keys." March 15th. This is the kind of news that changes everything, and you absolutely cannot afford to be the last one to know the truth when the clock strikes midnight on the 15th. We are talking about the complete collapse of a Hollywood dynasty before it even began, and we are the only ones with the deep cover sources to bring you the receipts as they drop. If you don't hit that subscribe button right now, you are choosing to stay in the dark while the biggest betrayal in celebrity history unfolds in real time. Do not let the algorithms hide the truth from you. Turn on those notifications and join the conversation in the comments below. Was it all a PR stunt? Is Iman getting back in the picture? Your voice matters in this investigation, and missing out on the next update isn't just a mistake, it's a social media death sentence. Subscribe now, or get left behind in the ruins of the apple pie era. This is the kind of news that changes everything, and you absolutely cannot afford to be the last one to know the truth when the clock strikes midnight. We are talking about the complete collapse of a Hollywood dynasty before it even began, and we are the only ones with the deep cover sources to bring you the receipts as they drop. If you don't hit that subscribe button right now, you are choosing to stay in the dark while the biggest betrayal in celebrity history unfolds in real time. Every second you hesitate, another piece of the puzzle is being scrubbed from the internet. Do not let the algorithms hide the truth from you. Turn on those notifications and join the conversation in the comments below. Was it all a PR stunt? Is Iman getting back in the picture? Your voice matters in this investigation, and missing out on the next update isn't just a mistake, it's a social media death sentence. You need to be here when the final audio file leaks, or you'll be left piecing together the truth from everyone else's screenshots. Subscribe now, or get left behind in the ruins of the apple pie era.